Bonus time, bonus time.
All right. Welcome back, universe, to Off the Rails bonus time. Excellent.
And awesome. Drinking some sangria.
Yeah. So we are coming to you from Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty Studio here in beautiful Grafton, Wisconsin.
And if you're looking to buy a home or sell a home or interested in becoming a realtor, give Roy a call at 414-235-0763 or email Roy at cbhsr.com. They'd love to be your go-to for all your real estate needs. And today we are joined for this lovely bonus episode by simply amazing Justin Dredd.
Hello.
And Comic Nate Ford.
Hi, everybody.
Comic Nate Ford's here. So remember to go to our website if you're going to shop on Amazon. That helps us out. Check out our Patreon page. Donate. Be part of the podcast.
We will spend that money on superior equipment.
Definitely.
Or rent.
Or
you're not going to come in and see us wearing diamonds one day.
Yeah.
With your help of monetary donations, they will provide more of a quality show. It's already great, but it's going to be amazing.
A technically superior show.
It will be simply amazing.
Exactly. I was just about to say this.
There you go. I stole some thunder. Finally. All right. So, well, you guys want to know your wrestling names?
Before we get into that,
what are we doing?
Yeah. Your birth name is Terry.
Yes.
Where did Justin Dredd come from?
Yeah.
Originally, my backyard name was Dredd, and when I started training, in the backyard, I was one of the only guys wearing tights. So I had biker shorts, and then I got like fabric paint, we put my name on there and everything, and then I got trained, and like...
Well, it said Juicy Teen on the back, but when you flexed, it went to Justin.
Exactly.
Or did you have dreads at one point in time? Or are you
he
a fan
loves
of
Judge Dredd.
Yeah, or are you a fan
That's
of
what
Judge
everyone is so... I'm like, no, awesome, like...
I am the law.
The Steven Stallone... or Sylvester Stallone, sorry. Yeah. Stevens is...
That's the Always brand, Sylvester Stallone.
By the way, the movie Dredd is great, and everyone should watch it.
The second one, the remake one, is good.
With Carl Urban.
Yes. Yeah. But it was when we were making ourselves on like SmackDown and all that stuff like that, and because
games.
My cousin's name was Ares, my brother's name was Doom, Arrows, Loki. We all had like the one like name. Mine was like, oh, Dredd. Oh yeah, it works great, blah blah blah. And then, but anyways, I had the name on there, and also like. I'm trained, like, hey, who wants to wrestle the show? Like, the other trainee guys. And I'm like, I will. Like, you got gear? I'm like, all I got is these that say Dredd. Like, okay, perfect. That's your name. So actually, my first match, my name was Terry Lawrence. That's what I came out as.
Okay. That's your middle
name.
But you weren't above the law?
Above the law.
Or I thought of maybe, like, you bring dread wherever you encounter. Like,
Could be. But anyways, that's what it was. Is I had the name on there and like, oh, you just be Dredd. And then my cousin and I tag teamed in Bruce City, and his name he changed it to Jesus Ramirez. So like, Jay, we need to think of. I got a tag team name, J Unit. I'm like, okay, so I think the J name for me, Justin fit. So that's what Justin Dredd.
Justin Terry, how do you spell Terry?
Terry. Oh,
I'm pointing at the. Tom typed your name into this wrestling name generator, and he spelled it with T-E-R-Y-Y. And I was like, that's not right. And he's like, what? Right. No, it's right. What are you talking about?
If you're looking for a new name, we have a wrestling name
generator.
Perfect,
let's see what we got.
All right. We have Titanic Awesome.
Sold. Right there.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
You get the boat, you could play the Celine Dion song as you come out?
Yeah. I gotta get a captain hat. And the jacket. I gotta get both of them.
All right. Nate Ford, you ready?
Yes.
Nate Ford or Nathan Scott Ford?
We'll do both.
Okay.
Nate Ford, Bulgarian Midas.
That fits.
Sounds fitting. I dug it. Look, it's fitting.
We come out all covered in
gold.
gold.
I've got the golden touch.
In Bulgaria, we have gold.
What about Nathan Scott Ford, Grand Theft Adonis?
I think I like that one better.
I'm getting a lot of Greek gods here, It's pretty amazing. I like that. Grand Theft Adonis.
You got that right?
Yeah, Majewski.
All right. Majewski. Ayatollah Christ.
Covering all the bases.
Oh, wow. Type in Justin Dredd and see what the name is.
We're going to break the internet.
Justin Dredd should be Lex Adonis.
Oh. There you go. Lex Adonis, Justin Dredd.
Molly Vestenberg.
Oh, I put West End.
That works too. I don't think that really cares.
Primal Scarface.
Say hello to my little friend. Wait. Thomas A. Klein.
We'll do both. I should be King Boulder.
King Boulder, but you should really be Thomas A. Klein.
There's a story behind that. Hillbilly Chaos.
Yes! Sold. That's it right there. Hillbilly Chaos now.
For your white trash show, that's your name. Hillbilly Chaos.
Off the rails. Hillbilly Chaos. And what was it? Ayatollah Christ.
Should we do your brother?
Sure.
Jeff Krueger is
Lapetus.
What? So his name is Glenn.
All right, I like Atomic Satan.
Atomic Satan sounds like
Ayatollah Christ and
we can't do that
Satan.
in Japan.
No.
You can't do that. Who's your misguided tour?
Brendan? B-R-E-N?
Ian?
A-N? O? Yep. O apostrophe D-A-Y.
All right, you are with Jesus.
Jesus Lepetus.
All right.
It's a common name.
See, Bernardet, you got Jesus qualities.
Very good.
So do you meet a lot of guys who change their wrestling name over time?
Oh, he meets a lot of guys.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I assume you have a mix of old guys and new young guys.
There was a guy when I first started, his name was Dinty Moore, and then he went, switched to...
Somebody got it,
and he was a lumberjack. That was the thing. And but
did he have to change his name because of copyrights?
No. He changed it to Matt Winchester, and now he is known as the Fear City Bruiser in ROH.
Okay.
So, but I've met quite a few people who have actually changed their name more so. But also too, like if I don't plan on going anywhere further than what I'm doing, so I just stick with my name. I'll throw different monikers in front of it.
When Vince McMahon comes a knocking on your door,
you ain't going.
Here's what I want, Terry. I want you to be Atomic Satan.
I do know from the Green Bay area a guy named Kennedy.
Yep, he had to change it. Yeah.
Kennedy.
It was Ken Anderson when he was because ACW is where I started. That's where Ken was originally. So it was Ken Anderson. Then it went Ken Kennedy when he was in WWE. Then it went back to Ken Anderson when he was in Indies.
Well, tell us about some of the unscripted things that happened, because I have a list of the 5 greatest unscripted disasters.
Oh, there's tons of them, man.
When Jeff Hardy showed up to his headline pay-per-view match, completely bombed.
Does that mean like drunk?
Yeah, completely bombed, and Sting just pinned him against his will.
That's happened to me during a match. A guy actually just pinned me. Pinned me. I was supposed to win, but he pinned me. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm done with the match. It was like a 6-man elimination thing.
I'm tired, I don't want to go home.
Pretty much. It was like you pinned me, I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm out.
All right, the check cleared? All right, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out. Okay.
See, he's trying to kick out here, and he would not let him.
Well, as a professional, I mean, if a guy showed up and he was clearly in the tank.
I've wrestled guys like that.
You wrestled guys who were already gone?
You could tell when they got in the ring,
Did you toy with them a little, or do you just go right for the throat?
You try to do it the best you can, but then also too, like the safe factor comes in where I know I'm probably gonna get hurt if I let him do some stuff. So it's we'll change some stuff I'll change stuff on the fly, but they're trying to still go for what they were planning, and it doesn't work out, and something happens, bam, nope, roll you up, we're done. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
All right.
So what happens when 2 guys show up bombed?
Oh, it's just clusterfuck, guys. It's just people are dying or breaking necks. Or
have you ever seen a fight canceled because someone was too
injured? Yes, I've seen. Yeah, or not inebriated, no, but injured. I've seen. But
do you think there's more people who show up drunk, or more people who show up like on drugs?
I've seen both. Or when people get to shows, all of a sudden they'll take some pills or they'll go smoke up. And I've wrestled guys too, where they've smoked up. We've had like
Are we talking like marijuana?
Yeah, marijuana, like 5-star matches. Like certain guys, but they're everyday smokers. Like they do this on a normal basis. Not those people who have a pill tolerance.
Homeostasis is being.
Yeah. Or I've also
a little stoned.
If you wrestle matches like hardcore matches, there'll be guys will drink before the show just to thin out their blood more, so you bleed more. But it's also they're not getting like hammered drunk either.
Is there any kind of drug testing, like performance enhancing, or
not in
anything
indies?
Like that?
Not in indies. Okay. Like when you get to WWE and stuff, yeah, they test you, but indies there's whatever.
Okay.
All right, here is one time when Andre the Giant showed up drunk and decides to be a dick.
Oh, well, who's going to stop Andre the Giant?
That's what it says. That's a lot of alcohol.
He drank a lot.
Yeah.
If he wants to shit on your chest, you have to come to terms with being shit-chested.
With what's happening here.
I actually know guys who have shit themselves. A guy did a top rope leg drop, and when he landed, shit himself. I wasn't in that match, so I was happy.
The fight must go on.
But it might,
Yeah, Andre the Giant is more like a silverback gorilla. If it's going to, rape you, you're just going to allow it.
You just got to take it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what would happen if the fight before yours, someone, shall we say, defecates themselves, and there's evidence of it in the ring?
I'm going to avoid that spot as best I can.
Is there going to be like a Zamboni come out and clean it up?
No, it'll probably get cleaned up, but also avoid that spot, because there's been matches where like guys were bleeding and they bled like pools of blood in that spot. I'm like, yep, I'm avoiding that spot right there. Everything else is going to be worked, not in that corner.
They're not even tested for like AIDS or something like that. That could theoretically be.
It could. I know there are people like, was it Abdullah Butcher has hepatitis B or whatever like that, and then some other indie wrestler I think contracted that, and they tried suing them or suing all this stuff like that too, but. I don't know, there's select few people where I will do like those hardcore matches with. They're just like good friends of mine normally.
Well, I assume there's like that unsaid code of conduct that if someone did have
you would say
possible transferable, they would say something or just retire.
Yeah, but pretty much. Yeah. But there are those people that still keep wrestling.
Yeah.
But also too, if something happens, well, because the normal matches you get. Color or like bust open, it'll happen. Like
does blood ever end up in the crowd?
Ooh, yeah.
Death matches probably. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, they sit in the front row like a Gallagher show.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember when WWE did I think they were WWF at the time still, it was 98. They did Brawl for All.
Yep.
And they did the real boxing.
Yeah.
And they found out that wrestlers suck at boxing.
Oh, yeah.
Really bad.
What was the Hulk Hogan one?
It wasn't that.
It was negative, so we're not reading it.
No, it was about creative control and how he got the belt by a stupid pin from someone else. And I was looking for like the home run in it.
So, what'd you think of Brock Lesnar when he went into MMA?
Ooh, cool, good for him. I mean, it was. I think because CM Punk did the same thing, but it's like, I mean, if they want, by all means, man, you want to go for it. But then all of a sudden, he did come back and I think he's trying to go back to MMA again. I think I heard.
What do you think of Ronda Rousey?
She's badass.
To WWE.
Also, too, she's reached the what?
I think it's perfect timing in her career.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She in MMA or UFC, like she plateauing there pretty good. Like she can't go anymore.
Yeah.
So.
It's like Kurt Angle almost. It's like
Kurt Angle,
where you end up.
Yeah. But Ronda Rousey, right now, perfect time for her to get into WWE.
Yeah.
And she's hitting it, like she's hitting everything out of the park right now. She's doing awesome.
I thought it was a good time. So, let's talk about our buddy Ben.
Yeah.
CBS just did a story on him. Bulletproof Ben. So, did Ben actually live with us for a while?
Yes.
Yeah, Terry and I were roommates for a while, and Ben lived with us.
All right.
And then Ben, here he is.
Is that him?
Yeah, Mickey McCoy is his wrestling.
It's Ben McCoy now. Bulletproof Ben McCoy.
Bulletproof Ben McCoy you switched to?
Yes.
Is there a star behind that nickname?
Right here. Yes. Here, check that picture.
He was joined in the Army,
That is his jaw.
Thank you for your service, Ben McCoy.
Sniper bullet went in right here and stopped right at the back of his jaw.
And did not explode.
And they left it in?
No, they took it out.
The doctors?
That's the X-ray that they took. But
sometimes they leave that stuff in. Sometimes it's in a bad spot where it's more dangerous to remove it than it is to just leave it.
But it must have how it went in backwards. That's why it stopped right there. Yeah. So it must have ricocheted off. I'm thinking I had to hit something and kind of flip and then went in. How it did.
So basically, he stopped the bullet with his mouth.
Hence why he's bulletproof Ben McCoy.
Because if a bullet starts to tumble midair, it's actually crazy more dangerous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, you can do things to bullets to make them do that, and that's like war crime stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I felt really bad, obviously, because the last time when
you got
Ben...
drunk and pinned him?
Well, no, when Ben was leaving, I was kind of a dick to him, because I said, Ben, what the fuck are you doing? You just got married. You just have a newborn baby. And now you're going to join the army now? This is the time when you don't join the army. You join the army.
You think fresh out of high school you join up
5 years ago.
To pay for college.
He's got a family started or whatever. And I said something along the lines as, why would you go after... This was right after Riley was born, right?
Yeah, right, because his daughter Verona is just a little younger.
This wasn't like a...
It was on his new daughter's first birthday.
Yeah, he has...
It's not like this is September 12th, 2001, and he signed up or something.
No, this is like 2010.
Okay, so way after.
And I was trying to talk him out of it.
What was the catalyst? Why did he want to?
It's all on there, actually. Yeah. If you ever watch the video and everything, is he got, with wrestling, he was frustrated, and it was in a point in his life where he didn't know what to do, and
that's what he was telling me. But I said something along the lines of, dude, you're gonna go play Human Shield. Don't go over there. And then that's like one of the last things I said to the guy, and then I get like a text from Terry, hey, Ben got shot in the head.
Was he enlisted or was he an officer?
No, he wasn't enlisted.
Yeah, that's the last thing I said to him, was they're going to put him on, because that was from the South Park movie.
It's all on you, buddy.
Yeah, good job, Tom.
All your fault, Tom.
Karma.
So, I've seen him since. Hopefully he doesn't remember it unless he's listening to the
show. Either way, he's fine with everything now.
Yeah. What did he have, like 17? Last time I was on him, he was on his 17th facial
surgery, yes. Ooh. I think he's done. He's all done now. But, he was, when he was in San Antonio and everything like that.
Does he look the same?
He grew a beard.
But when, I have a picture when he first came back to Wisconsin here, his jaw kind of reminds me of IRS.
Or Renner Shakespeare.
Yeah, I was like kind of like there. Like, it looks a little different, but I mean, it's not bad. I think that's why he has the beard now. So.
I had a friend who was in a nasty motorcycle accident, and he looks like a completely different person. They tried so hard to put his face back together.
That's hard with that
stuff. He looks like he could be his brother or something. He's not quite right.
Yeah. So what he had to deal with after coming back and all these face reconstruction surgeries was he lost 14 members of his unit to suicide.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's why
that was a real problem. Yeah,
Frontline Pro is his company he runs, which is pretty much it's almost like Tonight Show. They get their fundraisers and awareness, and he's up to I think 6 or 7 shows now we've done, and they've all been money raising for awareness or
to pay for counseling for soldiers.
Like all this stuff, kind of helping out the soldiers when they come back.
They're the hardest people to counsel because they do not go to counseling.
Yeah. And one of the hardest things, it's not that they saw terrible things, it's they can't switch off. They can't go back to a normal life. They can't, because when you're in the Army, my dad told me about this, you're a very important cog in a very large machine, and you may not be in charge or high ranking, but everyone is important. Everyone has a job. Everyone has things they have to do all day to get shit done. You leave that, and now you're purposeless. You don't know what to do.
That's how I felt after college.
Your whole life has been so highly regimented. You've been an essential piece, and now you're just cut loose.
Free to go.
And
do whatever you want.
You can't adjust. It's very difficult for some people.
Well, being in that certain routine every single day for how long becomes nature. That's what you got to do every day. But now all of a sudden, I can get up whenever I want. I can do whatever I want. Like,
and now you're just sitting on the couch all day and you start drinking.
So that's what
it just spirals out.
I went to medical school and didn't become a doctor, so I felt the same thing.
Well, that's the thing is,
hey. This is what I don't want to get political, but this is what gets me because I have family members that were in the Army, Navy, Marines who were out there. And then I've met so many different people along the way in comedy doing shows for troops, and just they're the best shows to do.
My father's retired Army Reserve. Yeah. My grandpa was in the Pacific in World War II.
And I know some of them come back with PTSD and just really kind of just
there's all that too.
But then people, this guy over here.
Yeah, Mr. I went to college.
Like these young folks, like, I got PTSD.
I'm not saying I had PTSD. I felt the institutionalization to not having anything to do.
I'm just saying there's that there are people that are out there that are like that. Like, no,
the not having anything to do.
Well, that's the thing. That's why.
But imagine that times 10. Because they live on the clock 24/7. You are in the Army or the Marine Corps or whatever it is. Yeah. You belong to them.
Well, that's the thing is that you come back, no one has a purpose. So that's where, thank God, my buddy Ben, he got back into wrestling, which kind of helped him where it's now he has an outlet for doing stuff where other people don't get that. And
put a rudder back on his ship.
Yeah. Because he owns a wrestling ring, and that's how he got it. I'm like, as soon as he bought that wrestling, like, he'll be back into wrestling, and sure enough, he is, and that's awesome. Going so far.
That's his personality, though.
Yeah, it's him. So
you can't buy a toy and not play with it, dude.
I'd be like, no, I'm just gonna buy this ring and rent it out. Go to shows, watch, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, my ass.
No, it's like when I'm done wrestling,
I'm just gonna buy this motorcycle. No, I'm never gonna ride it.
Done watching, done rent everything because it's just gonna give me the itch again.
Yeah. Like Molly getting a boob job and me never touching them. They're just for show.
I just like looking at them. They're not T-shirt on.
Yeah.
Here's a weird tangent, but you kind of brought it up when you talked to Ben about going away because you just have kids and whatnot. For me, I don't understand how some, I know a good friend of mine who are comics and traveling the country and doing a lot of things who have a family and kids, but they're on the road a lot. And it's tough on the family, or or it can be good. I don't know, the full situation, but as a professional wrestler and whatnot, with kids, is there like a stigma? Is there do they worry about you? Do the wife and
my wife worries me if I fall asleep driving home and stuff like that. That's a big thing, but also too. My wrestling schedule has cut down dramatically from what I used to do. I'm at least maybe 3 shows a month, even maybe 2. Because my work schedule, family life, it gets real hectic. And I feel bad because my wife's usually home watching all 3 kids.
Yeah. You ever bring the kids to a show?
Yes. I brought them to shows. Actually, Riley, when she was a baby, she would fall asleep.
Do they get it?
My youngest, all the oldest 2 do. My youngest one, she was at her first show, was kind of didn't really know what to expect, but she was
okay. You ever catch them doing moves?
Oh yeah, especially with me. Yeah, we wrestle around all the time. And I was like, "Oh, your kids are gonna get into wrestling?" Nope.
So if your daughters approached you as they got older and said, "I want to be the next China or whatever,"
wrestle, I'm like, well, if they're old enough, it's kind of hard to say no to them, but it's like. I know the people who talk to them so I've seen women in wrestling, and some people go a certain route and it's not good.
Yeah.
But they sleep their way to get where they want or something like that. But it's also too
that doesn't happen.
There's people I know girl wrestlers like that.
I wish I could literally sleep my way to the top.
Yeah, that would
just wake up and be there.
Yes. But there are women wrestlers too that I know that have just busted their asses the whole way and got to where they are now.
I would think it'd be harder to be a successful woman wrestler
because there's not as many openings.
Yeah,
the need for them is okay, but it's
come on,
no, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to be a headliner.
Oh, they have more openings than that. What are you talking about? Boom. Why did you have to set it up that way?
Sometimes they like to hit you with a T-ball, man.
Sorry, ladies who wrestle.
You don't have more openings.
No, it's hard because there's certain areas that don't have them, and there's only so many women wrestling, and there's only so many women against girls, the same people wrestling each other you can watch. Mm-hmm. So it happens, they're the closest ones.
There's a lot of talk, in the Olympics, of doing away with the male-female separation. Is there anything like that in wrestling where women are wrestling men?
That happens quite a bit, actually, too. I know in Japan, too, I keep seeing Dog Dingo over there. He just wrestled, I think, last week. He wrestled one of the top girl wrestlers over there. And I see a bunch on his Twitter and everything. There's intergender matches a lot of times, too, over there.
Okay. So you say it's probably bigger abroad than it is
might
in America?
be. I know I've wrestled some girls before already, too. And it's
not like Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and he kind of fed off of it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So, all right, let's switch gears from Ben to this gay man was kicked out of a pool because his Speedo was a little too gay. And it's not that bad.
It's a Speedo.
I've seen worse.
I have seen worse.
Yeah. I mean, it's yellow. I mean, it could...
It's just a Speedo.
I think black is a little more tasteful.
Now, was he kicked out because they said, "Hey, you gay man, get out and take your Speedo with you"?
Was he like the naked guy at Planet Fitness or whatever? Was he pushing the line? Was he doing stretches
at
and
the
lunges?
Wynn Hotel in Las Vegas, and he was kicked out, he said, for being a gay man wearing a bathing suit that was just a little too gay for the Beach Club Encore Las Vegas.
Was he walking around with a rock hard erection?
The Encore, not the Wynn.
Because that'll do it too.
That'll do it.
Gay or straight.
I'm just saying, like, is
pumping the air at whatever step.
Is it because of his sexuality, or is it because the Speedo was just a little too revealing?
Yeah. Was he just being inappropriate in general, and he happens to be gay?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing, too. Why did it say... Yeah, like, a man was kicked out for his Speedo.
Said no Speedos.
Okay, well, there you go.
He wasn't wearing a Speedo. That's what he's claiming.
That is a Speedo.
Speedo's a brand name.
But it's the briefs. Like
the style.
It's a brief.
That's a European style.
It looks like a girl's bottom.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, it's...
Some you'd see in Rio de Janeiro on a guy.
Yeah.
If Speedos aren't allowed, then I can see why they kicked him out.
Yeah.
The fact that they're pointing out
he's gay?
His gayness has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
If you're a bouncer and you're told to kick a guy out for a Speedo, that's one thing. When you start kicking him out and you find out he's a gay man, you're like, oh, fuck. We're going to make the news. We're going to be on the internet.
I would hands off. All right, you can say it.
Well, that's the whole thing, too. Is he was probably kicked out, but then he went to the press and said, I was kicked out, well, I'm a gay man.
Because I think if I were to go to a pool
wearing
a Speedo, I would be kicked out, too.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm willing to put that
he's
to the
in
test.
shape.
Yeah, he's looking cut. He looks like, if he walked into a wrestling ring, I would think, yep, there's a wrestler.
Yeah.
He's in good shape.
Yeah, he's pretty much got the same thing Hogan's got on almost.
Yeah. Who wore it better? That's for you to judge.
Hogan was at Madison Square Garden in front of millions.
They didn't kick him out of the ring.
As a wrestler, are you ever encouraged to get skimpier when you retire?
If it would have said Hulkamania on the back, they would have.
It probably wouldn't have. No, you're right. I agree with that.
Perhaps it's one of those easy rip-off.
I was approached in I was doing a show in Mantuck area. Someone came up to me and asked me if I wanted to go wrestle on a mat, with another wrestler guy that was at the show too. Me and him would go wrestle. They'll pay us this much money to come for him to film us and just us wrestle on a mat, wearing our tights.
Yeah.
And then he's going to be like, "You guys thought that $40 was a lot of money?
Cash up front."
And
that's all I'm saying.
I looked at it and I'm like, "Nah, I'm good, dude. I'll be fine."
I don't need your $40.
Well, that's the thing. As soon as they get like, "I'll give you this much money," I'm like, "That's not covering anything. I get paid way more to wrestle than to do that." So yeah, no, dude.
Yeah. Even if the money, step one.
Even if the money was like, "Oh, I'll give you $500," and it's like, well, $500, and it was a buddy of mine. Like, hey,
a friend
let's go make some money, dude.
Yeah.
You're going to film it and sell it online to people watching.
Just practice.
Yeah. It's like nothing. It's just us wrestling.
Here's some oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, smell his hair.
Do it again, but do it slower.
Now smell his crotch.
Stick a thumb up his butt.
Terry's had that move done to him.
I listened to the Tom and Alex episode before.
Yeah.
I had to do my homework.
Steve Krueger.
He got the thumb up the butt.
So he just wanted to film it to be able to put it...
Pretty much sell it online. Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, to sell it online?
Yeah, I don't know, because I'm guessing the guy had because there are those fetishes and
Yes,
gay guys.
there's a fetish for anything.
If you can think it.
Young men wrestling.
Pretty much. That's what it was. And it was how many years? Had to been 08.
See, my first thought is, well, you would want some sort of distribution rights or some sort of
that's the thing.
percentage.
But
you want to work on scale.
But he didn't want to tell his agent he was going to some guy's house to wrestle another man for money.
Did the guy have like a picture of the venue? Like, let's real rink?
No, he gave me a pamphlet. And
He had a pamphlet?
Pamphlet, everything. There's pictures of.
He's going more. He's going for more.
I don't know. Back to this. It's just the fact that whatever card you may have to pull out, whatever card it may be, race or sexual orientation, why can't you just accept the fact it was for something else, not because of that situation?
That was this place's policy, and
you broke it.
If it was a black guy, he would have played the race card.
Yep.
If it's a gay guy, he plays the gay card.
Yep. No,
if this is honestly their policy, they don't allow Speedos, I don't see an issue with that.
But also too is their policies listed for everyone?
Yeah, is it clearly stated?
If not,
or is there a tiny little sign right by the door?
Yeah, it's like
with 100 things listed on it.
Yeah,
it's prohibited.
No running.
Well, like
no Speedos.
There's a place downtown Milwaukee.
Lacage?
Okay, a new policy.
Some fire or something like that. Where there's rules of not what to wear, like baggy pants, tennis shoes, or whatever. Like
dress codes.
Dress code. Yeah. And I see people walk up the line. Oh man,
bullshit.
It's on their website too. Yeah. It's clearly stated. Sorry, some places have rules.
Like a certain someone got kicked out of a strip club, or not let into a strip club.
Not let in.
Yeah. What?
Oh, I didn't have sleeves on.
That happened to me in Tennessee. We did a show and then went to some bar and me and the other guy, he had no sleeves. Like, we can't let you in no sleeves. Like, I'll find another disco.
They're like, you can buy one of our t-shirts. $20. We're like, dude, just give me a t-shirt. We're gonna spend
loan
a
it.
lot of money.
Most places, like with a jacket dress code, will loan you a jacket.
We had like 8 people with us, and they didn't let us in because of this.
None of them went in because they wouldn't let me in.
What's the name of the strip club?
Spearmint Rhino in West Bend, which is closed.
It's closed
Tom is notorious for not wearing sleeves. Only in the last year or so have I seen these weird fabric-y things draped on his shoulders.
He has a tank top with a hood.
Are you learning? Are you accepting?
Are you coming around to the rest of society?
I'm listening to our marketing guy who said, Tom, you got to put some sleeves on when you do promos and stuff.
Weren't you going to wear a tank top, like Tux vest thing to Terry's wedding?
Talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't want sleeves?
I think the wife put the kibosh on that.
Yeah, she did.
It's her day.
I don't blame her.
But I think Ben and I, speaking of Ben, didn't we give a striptease to your wife on the...
Yeah, you got Chippendales.
Yeah, we did Chippendales.
Like everyone was wearing the
Ben
vests.
and I did.
I think almost like the whole...
I think it was all the...
Yeah, it was almost everyone, I think, did.
So, awesome. So, yeah, now it's a big hoorah because the gay man was yelling that he didn't follow the rules.
I will say this. If it was a fact of the venue saying, hey, you FAGGOT, get the fuck out of here. If it was that case, then
take your bundle of sticks and go.
Then I'm all
play it.
Yeah, then I'm all for that. Let's bash this place. Let's do that. But if it's a case like this, they use it just to write the story and have people read the story as well.
Much,
There's not enough information to talk about this.
No, they have it. I just
was he with a group of people? Because as a movie theater employee, one of my tactics is if there's a pack of teenagers who are causing problems and I want them to leave, I will pick one of them and I will kick that one out. And usually out of solidarity, the rest will leave.
Yes.
And then when I get phone calls in the morning, you kicked my son? No, I kicked this one kid out. Everyone else chose to leave.
There you go.
But
that's wise.
All right, when you get to the bank, okay, and the bank manager gives you any guff, you just hit him with the butt of your gun, all right? You just hit him with the butt of your gun. I'm hungry. Let's go to that taco.
All right, what do you guys think about this here? A bait truck of Nike shoes left in Black Chicago community during a railroad sting.
So the cops set this up.
So what they did was they parked a truck full of Nikes around certain areas.
Is this what, entrapment or whatever?
Yes. Isn't it weird?
Like Shorewood?
Shorewood.
Yeah.
Whitefish Bay? Did they send it?
It's not full of hush puppies.
Did they send it? Did they place it in Oostburg? Is that where they placed it?
Yeah, that's right.
What you're saying?
A truck full of sleeveless shirts.
Right by my house. I can't lay off.
They rolled in a train car. Muscle shirt.
Muscle shirt. As soon as my boner goes down, I'm getting
giant Patriots logo on the side of the car.
Oh, man.
Let me guess. No one stole anything.
They were too close to the truck, and the potential thieves were, making fun of the cops.
Oh, so they figured it out.
Nice try,
well done,
dumbass.
Well done.
Yeah. But how do you feel that they
This looks a little
stereotyped what a certain race of people like and use that as bait?
There is a big black market for this kind of stuff.
Yes.
But this just seems like an asinine idea.
Yeah.
You want, instead of just nabbing a bunch of randos, you want to actually find the ring and get into it. It's like when I've known people who were busted for kiddie porn, and then you lean on this person because you want to find the supplier and you want to go up the chain and get the real people who are doing it, not just the low-level perverts. Yep. So, how does this stop the bigger chain?
Yeah. They're trying... when they are supplying it.
Yeah. So I think it's not the best use of police resources to solve this problem. And plus, they bungled it. They parked right
look how
next
close
to it.
They are.
Is this cop cam right here?
Yeah.
They're not even a block away.
But they're across the street.
Yeah.
We're watching it, but it's across the
They're
street.
like 10 car lengths down.
Well, like bait car, it's all computerized, and so they leave it out, and they're not anywhere near it. Probably in the building a few blocks away where they can film it, but there's cameras in the car, and so when they come and take it, then about a block away they shut off the car.
Locks up and everything, yeah.
Why not put chips in the shoes and GPS them and just find them all that night?
Because then they're good. I don't know. Maybe
that's more money that they didn't want to spend.
Yeah, right.
Hey, we gotta do this thing, guys.
They want to involve effort.
Very low budget.
So we have to bust
1,000
places.
Yeah.
That's a dumb spot.
Yeah, they should be.
It's right at a busy-looking intersection.
They should
who's going to be stealing?
They should have cameras in windows and buildings around. They shouldn't be on the street.
I don't know. I just think
Trying to find the dumbest criminals.
Well, they're the dumbest police.
Which, if they're that dumb, why are you even looking for them? They're going to knock
because your chief or whatever told you to clamp down on this, and this was their big.
I would like to see who is the person that thought of this whole plan, and now this is what happened.
Chicago.
Oh, I guess that was a bad plan on my part. Sorry.
So they took certain neighborhoods.
That'd be like
stereotyped them.
That'd be like getting a bunch of kids and trying to march in front of pedophiles.
Red dot houses.
To see who lunges out at him.
We're gonna have the first grade Speedo car wash and see who pulls up.
That's terrible.
Not a lot of laughs in the room.
not barely going. Yeah. The Cub Scout car wash. You don't want to go.
Some things.
Well, there is a part of Wisconsin, I forget exactly where it is, that is full of sexual predators. Because they get out of jail and all these communities bar them. So they've done their time, but they all end up in this one town because there's nowhere else where they can legally go. Yeah. I happen to know this because my brother-in-law is a felon for other reasons, and he was looking into this one day and just noticed that all these sexual predators live around where his dad lives. Registered sex offenders live in this area. Yeah. People who've done their time and have turned over a new leaf, hopefully.
Yeah, but labeled as that now.
Yeah. Suddenly I'm the child molestation expert over here.
Hey, all right.
Now I know how Alex felt.
Well, here's a funnier story. A Florida man dumps porta potty waste in a 7-Eleven as revenge. So this guy was pissed off because he got kicked out of the store and banned from the store because it's been a problem in the past.
Okay.
So he comes into the store and apparently gets a bucket from the porta potty.
Okay.
Which is, if you're going to fill a bucket, that means you're doing arm after arm
a lot of work.
with a cup.
Yeah.
reaching in.
Yeah,
There's
bucket
no
won't
buckets
fit.
fitting in there.
Bucket won't fit.
Unless
Well,
it's an ice cream bucket.
Or he tipped it or something.
You're sitting there going down in there getting stuff.
Oh my gosh.
That's a long way to get
That's a lot of
revenge.
work.
Yeah, it's
Smiley, enough about you and Tom. Let's get to the story.
Gross.
So it says he was banned from the store in May. He dumped it in the middle of the store, and it splattered on a straw hat and a do-rag. Estimated value $28.
Well, think of the poor schlub's got to clean that shit up.
yeah.
$9 an hour.
Just a couple of weeks ago, someone took a shit in my bathroom at the theater, and I had to clean up their deuce.
Yeah, I just saw Jurassic
Someone
World
during
there.
Jurassic World.
Yeah,
No, I'm pretty sure I saw who it was, but it was some punk kid.
punk kid just.
Well,
disgraced.
again, it's okay. So you were kicked out because you were a dickhead.
Mhm.
And you were doing something that you shouldn't have been doing, and
Yep.
that's why you were kicked out. Then, because you were kicked out, now you're going to throw shit on
Now you're going
them?
to ramp up your dickheadness.
Like, what is wrong with people?
I'm going to
why-
show them.
Why
Trump-
does it have to be from Florida?
They could have trumped
Always
up
Florida.
those charges and had the porta potty company accuse them of thievery.
Yeah.
That's our shit you stole.
I feel like he had the worst end of it, though. Just the time that he spent doing that.
Oh, is that our winner?
Yeah, he
That's
looks,
looks like
he looks like a guy that would do that.
Got a nice beard.
Yeah, looks like Beavis with a beard.
He's smiling. He's a fun guy.
It's worth it. It was so worth it.
Wow. So now he is once again banned from the store. For real. That ban did not hold up.
Well, when you're banned from a 7-Eleven, there aren't bouncers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you push it. You
You
walk
have
in
a
the door.
guy's photo right here. And it's like, hey, this guy's not allowed
And
here.
the guy behind the
Hey,
counter says,
you're not-
nope.
You're
There's
not
at least a few shift changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always going to be that half-assed employee who's not checking.
I don't care.
Fuck it.
Not getting paid enough to care.
Pretty
But like,
much.
why can't we just accept the fact that we messed up? Okay, we messed up.
Well,
we accept the.
What did he do to get banned?
They did not
Yeah.
say.
Okay.
Obviously, yeah.
Was he
must be.
knocking stuff over? Was he breaking shit? Was he just like going off on
Maybe
racist
he
tirades?
just gave that vibe of, I'm the type of guy that will dump a bucket of shit in here.
I looked at him and I just had a shitty feeling.
And I was right. So, criminal trespassing, or charged with trespassing.
Randy,
and
we got a
criminal-
shitstorm here.
He was probably just getting booked in jail thinking of all the jokes he can't wait to tell his buddies.
What are you in for? Took a shit.
I stole shit.
I stole
I didn't
shit
just
and dumped
take
I
it.
took shit.
I took shit. So, alright, Nate, this last story we got here kind of involves you a little bit.
Really?
Authorities are looking for a.
Amish man is offering Uber rides in a horse and buggy.
So why not?
You're an Uber guy.
There we go.
Hey, if you wanna-
Hochstetler owned his own Amish Uber service. Just $5 a ride, Amish Uber.
So does he have a cell phone?
No,
This
you have
Amish
to
man?
flag him. Customers have to flag him down to catch a ride.
So is he affiliated with Uber?
No.
No, I
Okay,
He's
so it's
doing
an
it himself.
Uber-esque service.
Yeah.
So he calls himself the Amish Uber.
Well, that's trademark infringement right there.
If you want
I
to,
don't know if the name Uber's. It could be.
if you want to, get to your destination
Promptly.
In an eco-friendly manner.
within a day, I guess.
Except for people that are just looking for something.
When 14 miles an hour just won't cut it.
I mean,
You
I
need
can kind of see like the visitors coming in and doing the touristy thing. Like, yeah, I'll
Sure.
pay
why
$5
not?
to go
That's
into
what I think
horse and
most
buggy?
of his clients
Yeah.
gotta be.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll stare at a horse's ass and smell some shit.
yeah.
Austin was he gonna have like people trying to muscle in on his business? Like, I got faster horses, I got bigger keys.
Right?
Rides them.
Well, you better have
He's got
like
2 horses.
My
You
seats
better-
are confused.
better have like a plug-in for my phone and
Yeah.
and,
The
Hey,
horse isn't happy
what-
with this. It's not charging.
You take credit card.
Speaking of that, he is from Colon, Michigan.
It's true. I wonder if I found
Colon.
Colon. There you go. That's not charging. All right. $5
Well-
a ride.
Well, Nate, you take Ubers.
You
What if you called one up to go back into Milwaukee and this guy pulls up? Club, 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 club.
I got time.
Nate might be looking at his watch.
Right? $5?
$5. If I wanted to waste a few hours, fuck yeah, I'd do that. Why not? That'd be it's interesting.
Poland people have few options to get a ride if you need one.
Hey, whatever. Yeah, I'm just trying to make some money.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the touristy bit. I could see people doing this for the novelty of it. It's like people pay good money to take a romantic horse-drawn carriage through, downtown or whatever.
West Bend has the lights and stuff like that in Ragnar Park, and they have horse carriage rides, and you pay to do those.
And it's probably more than $5.
Yeah.
But it has to be cash.
There's
He'll deliver you right to your front door step.
Ooh, he'll carry me?
He'll slap the horse till it goes on your lawn, I guess.
Hey, I could use the fertilizer.
There's an Uber parody of in the ghetto, and it's Tyrone on a bike, like a bicycle, and they pulls up. I'm on in.
Got pegs.
Pegs. Got pegs.
And so I don't remember if he was sitting on the bar handles or like
Hop on.
and took him to his destination.
It's practically a rickshaw.
Yeah.
Oh, that Seinfeld episode with the rickshaw. They hired the homeless guy to pull it, and he just kept running with it. Took it. Well, that's about all I got here. There. Justin, we got to get you out to your wrestling show. Hey, you're supposed to be there in a half hour.
Yep. Oh, well, I'll show up.
All right. Well, should we wrap it up here? Nate, you got something else?
No. Just
Hold up.
Uh-oh. Questions? We got some questions.
Yeah, since we have some people here, this could be a good question.
All right, let's do a few questions.
Who's the most famous person you've met? We'll go around the room.
Terry's probably met. Terry or Nate's got this guy.
Let's start with you, Uncle Tom.
Come back to me. I got to think. My brain's working.
All right.
well, I met a lot of, like, I don't know what would be the most famous one. Steve-O would probably be one of them.
Okay.
Met him. I met Don Rickles.
What did he say to you?
He said, get out of my dressing room and pull up your pants. Just hi. It was a very quick meet and greet. Randy and Mr. Leahy of the Trailer Park Boys. Got to work with them and had a long talk after the show. It was great.
Cool.
That famous.
Anyone outside of the comedy world that you've run across?
No, but Chris Farley.
Oh, really?
Met him once.
Wow.
I took an acting class in L.A. My aunt hooked me up with it. She knew the producer that was teaching the class, and so it's on Fairfax. And there was a cake shop, and Chris Farley happened to be carrying a cake and walking by, and I go, "This is unreal." I didn't want to bother him, but
all right,
yeah, cool.
Famous. There's tons of
I mean, you've wrestled more famous people than I've met.
Yeah.
Well, let's break it down. Who's the most famous person you've wrestled, and then who's just the most famous person you've met?
Wrestled would Jerry Lynn was probably the first professional wrestler, name wrestler I ever wrestled. Mm-hmm. But recently was I don't know too, if Pentagon Jr. If anyone knows Lucha Underground and stuff like that, he's becoming a bigger name too. But Marty Jannetty I tagged with once. That was awkward, but
did you win?
Yes, we won.
Score.
Yes. Some people are like, oh yeah, you're looking like Sean out there, so it's good.
But you had Kevin Nash sing to your daughter.
Yeah, when she was a baby.
Yeah.
He
leaves that out and talks about some underground lucha wrestler. Doesn't talk about Kevin Nash fucking singing to his daughter.
Yeah, Kevin Nash. He's got a picture with him holding Riley when she was a baby, and he was singing to her. Met Scott Hall. Roddy Piper almost ran me over with a golf cart at
that's awesome.
Gathering of the Juggalos.
Of course.
He was just flying around on the golf cart, almost hit me and another guy. Like, gee, it was Piper. Okay.
I've hung out with Tom and Mark of Off the Rails. And
There you go. Yeah.
Talk
about
heard of those
celebrity.
guys?
Woo! And how about you, Molly?
I did a pop
Alright. Cool. I'll give Tom a few more seconds. I gotta meet Ernie Hudson.
What?
Yeah, I was at a Comic-Con, and I was meeting up with my friends at the stairwell, and who should come down the stairs looking for which way's the lobby? The Black Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
So I got to shake his hand and give him terrible directions to the lobby.
He's just so bad.
Well, the worst thing I could have done, I said, hey, you should go through the convention floor. It's right there. And that's basically what I told him to do.
Yeah.
So,
So he's probably on a podcast somewhere after
This
that.
fucker.
Tell me the
This
story.
guy.
This
I've been trying
asshole
I've been trying to find this lobby.
sends me through the worst place that I could go. A room full of sweaty Ghostbuster nerds.
I mean, just rando athletes and wrestlers at Terry's event. I don't really have any big names. My mom sat behind Andre Agassi on a plane. And
Did-
Steffi Graf.
Did she confirm his identity? Did she
Both of them.
talk to him or what?
No.
He tried to meet
She's
Hulk
got a
Hogan
selfie when he
once.
was sleeping.
Yeah, I tried to meet Hulk
And
Hogan.
what happened instead?
I went to Thunder from Down Under.
Nice.
So is it you thought Thunder was Hulk Hogan, or you
It
took
was
a
the
wrong
Nitro
turn?
Grill in Vegas, and when I got there and my Hulkamania stuff, they turned it into a Thunder from Down Under show.
right.
They closed down the Nitro Grill, and you didn't get to meet him.
George Lynch. Lynch Mob, and formerly of Dawkins.
All right.
With him. Daisy De La Hoya. Hung out with her.
When I did extra work for WWE, I got to meet like Triple H and hung out with the bar with like Titus O'Neil. Bunch of wrestlers actually went to the after bar because Hornswoggle was hosting something that was.
Oh, yeah. Can we get Dylan and Ben out here soon?
I don't know.
No.
Right.
They're kind of hard to get a hold of.
Hey,
Dylan's touring or goes places. I guess he flies all over places, but
as long as you get internet and a green room and
yeah, gotta get all
Throw
this
in a
stuff.
Hornswoggle while you're at it.
That, sir, is the green room.
nice.
But Ben, whenever he comes up this way, I know he's camping up here this weekend. So
Yeah, tell him to pop in.
I'll let him know.
Is he still living in Texas?
No, he lives in Kenosha.
Oh,
He got Tim McGraw gave him a house.
Oh, that's right.
So that's
Wasn't
where
he in Texas for a while?
Yeah, he was San Antonio. He's
Okay.
not stationed down there. Yeah, no, he lives in Kenosha.
All right. So we'll get Ben McCoy in. What up? We got another question there, Mark?
Sure.
You're asking questions. He asks one, throws everything to the side.
Oh, we kind of already talked about this. The other one was about the bird scooters, but I think we talked about that in recent events last week.
Burn
Yeah.
ones? Yeah.
The bird scooters. I think did they settle that? I thought Milwaukee outlawed them, and now Bird's going to come back with the proper
street
legal shit. Yeah.
legality. Okay.
Did you guys hear about that?
Nope.
Yeah.
All right. So they have these
Ooh,
scooters that you can rent it with your app, so the motor will run once you rent it.
Okay.
But the
I've had
problem
two
is
this morning.
they go too fast, so you can't have them on the sidewalk. They're too fast for the sidewalk. So
They're
if they're
not
going to be on the
legal.
street, they have to
All
be
the
legally
legal.
registered,
Yeah,
and they're not.
turn signals, all that stuff too.
So these things are flying all over the place, and no one was doing anything, but they were technically illegal. So some people were getting up in arms. So, was Tom doing on the fly here?
Milwaukee's taking legal actions, but they're still around.
One thing that I thought was kind of funny is Milwaukee is tearing up its streets to put in a streetcar. You would think they would want to ban these kind of things altogether, because that'll only help your streetcar. This is only going to hurt it.
Okay. So
Well, I think
they have banned it, but
Yeah.
there's nothing. They basically said, "Fuck you, Milwaukee. We're still going to do it."
Yeah, I think that's part of the problem. They didn't go through the city first. If they would have gone through the city,
Yeah,
worked
they just
out
showed
with
up
a
one day.
plan, I think it would have been a whole different issue. But since they didn't go through the red tape, they just dropped it off. Like, you can't do that.
No.
Yeah, no. So would you guys use a bird scooter?
I don't think I go to Milwaukee.
I've just seen enough people do stupid stuff on it, like go through like
Yeah, red
bicyclists
lights or
do it
whatever.
too.
Yeah.
But now you're going at 50 miles per hour. It's
Cops in
Yeah.
a bad mood, they pull you over and give you a ticket for it.
yeah. They can enforce it. Like I think it's like a $50 ticket. That's what
Bird
they just
scooter-
have nothing to do.
Officials on Monday, August 6th, in a joint press release with the city of Milwaukee, said the scooters are being voluntarily removed.
Well, if
okay.
you rent it, you rent it from Bird and you ride around and you get a ticket, I would, and then it's not licensed, I would bitch to the company and say,
right.
your vehicle that I rented is not licensed. This is a violation of our agreement. You provided me with something illegal.
Yep.
So I would pass
You're
that
just
fee
gonna get-
on.
It's going to be more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah. I think it's a cool idea. I've seen
Yeah.
those rent-a-bike things.
Is that
So-
sidewalk chalk parking spot?
That might be their hub or whatever.
No, it looks
They
like
don't-
it's sidewalk. It looks like someone just went sidewalk chalked it.
Yeah, they weren't really. There's not really a hub for them like the bubbler bikes. There's
It's just dropped
Well,
them off.
from what I understand, yeah, some poor guy has to drive around town at night and pick them up because they all have GPS
You can
locators.
leave them wherever
So
you want.
he rounds them up and then puts them all back in their starting positions the
Oh,
next day.
jeez. What a
So
job
if you
that would
if
be.
you take one home after you get back from a wrestling show at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
and
just
you're
leave
bird
it-
scootering home, and you
The
just
next
leave
morning
it.
it'll be gone.
leave it right in
on
front of
your-
my house.
Yeah, you're long. It'll be gone theoretically.
Yeah.
The next day.
Well, they're a good idea, but they gotta fix them up. So
Why not Segways? Segways are cool. I'd rent a Segway just to ride it.
I don't think they go that fast.
Well,
And
that's
there's
the thing, though. Is
They go slow enough to be on the sidewalk though. Because you see Segway tours in Chicago.
well, they have
people are
the
assholes.
ambassadors of Milwaukee, the do the streets downtown. They're in Segways. So
ambassadors.
Yeah.
I like
the ambassador. I don't know what they do. I don't know what the ambassador but
Municipality.
All right, Mark. Let's wrap it up.
All right.
We gotta get this guy out of here. He's
So we are off the rails, and you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and our website. The key phrase is Off the Rails TM. You can email us if you want to be a guest, or you know someone who you think would be a cool guest, or maybe you just have some suggestions, or that you have this pile of money you want to give us. Off the Rails TM at gmail.com.
ask more questions for Tom.
Ask Tom Anything 414 at gmail.com, or as I like to say, ask too many thing 414 at gmail.com. This podcast is available on Stitcher, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, you name it, we're probably there.
Yep. Check out our Patreon page. We're gonna get you guys hooked up as soon as we get this fucking internet fixed, which is coming soon.
We got video is available on Patreon. What else do you get? You kick in on Patreon.
It's coming.
It's not set up yet?
Well, we have it right now.
Okay.
You get
Oh, yeah.
early.
You get pre-release access,
Yes.
and you get video of the bonus material.
yes.
There you go.
And soon bumper stickers.
And we're going to get... Yeah, it's only going to get better.
And then mugs, and then shirts, and then a BJ from
I
Molly.
think we should skip the mug and
For
do
40
like
bucks.
shot glasses or
I like the
tumblers.
mug.
Well, we have one mug because I bought some stuff on Vistaprint and I got a free mug.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
it's cool, but I don't drink
Wake
coffee
up
on the
the
show. I
morning,
drink alcohol
Tom
on the
and
show.
Mark. They'll get you going with news on the spot.
Yes.
Morning zoo guys. Yeah.
So keep chopping on our website. Everything's moving along pretty good. For less than a year, dude, we're doing pretty good from where
I
we
think
started.
so.
Hell yeah. You were in the first studio.
Yeah.
Alex's sex dungeon.
Yeah.
All the way to here.
When did you launch the show?
Halloween.
Oh, okay, so we're coming up on our anniversary.
Yes, Halloween is when. We recorded 4 of them, released on Halloween.
Got any plans for a celebration?
Oh, yeah.
Low key.
Oh, then no.
No petting zoo. No carnival rides.
I have a suggestion for Halloween. Okay. A comedy show.
Hey,
Costume contest.
there happens to be a stage downstairs.
Just throwing that up.
And we have access to it.
Can you do it set up like bring your own booze or whatever?
That's where it gets iffy because the building itself is a non-profit.
Yeah.
So they might not want. I don't know what the legal situation would be. In
You
the
would
bring your
probably
own.
have to get
But
like
you
a
do know
liquor
the
license
lady.
or something too if you wanted to.
If it was bring your own, we have to.
No.
Because when we did the event in the park, it was bring your own.
And we didn't need to.
But Jackson's really cool with that stuff, though.
We're not selling liquor. If we're selling anything, though.
But we'd have to run it by management of the business.
Yeah, you have to double check.
I think you have an in with that, and she will be on the show coming up here in September.
Well, yeah, we're trying to see if we can get her on. Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting her on in September. Yeah. You are getting her on, Mark. You are doing that.
Tom thinks that if he says things, I'm going to do it. Let me tell you something about Mark.
Mark's got life dicked so hard. He won at life. What do you do?
I am a stay-at-home dad.
You got a house. You got an awesome wife.
A house in renovation.
You are a rarity, sir.
I am Mr. Mom.
Yep.
But we're renovating, but I can't renovate because I got
a
a kid.
dicked job. You get to watch a movie.
I have an easy night job. Yeah.
An easy night job. You get to play with your kid all day.
Which is
you get to come here and fuck off on the weekends.
It's not.
I love my daughter, but she is exhausting. And there's only one of them. Terry, how many children do you have?
3.
Yeah.
2, 7, and 10.
I have 0. Ha, ha,
Actually,
ha.
about that, Nate.
No. Oh, no.
This is why you were brought on the show.
We had a paternity test done. And
Nate, you owe me money, Nate. You have 6 kids.
hanging out in Louisiana, are we?
Never know.
Down on the bayou.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And Justin Dredd for being here.
Thanks
for having us.
Hey, anytime you guys want.
There are questions I didn't even get to, so I got more for you next time
no
you're
problem.
on.
Perfect.
All right. Remember, universe, we're not good enough.